Am I gonna regret putting this on the internet for, you know, the rest of time? Guys, I got a couple confessions to make. Obviously on my channel I talk a lot about skincare and makeup, beauty tips if you will. I am human and I commit some sins as far as skincare goes. And since we're in the spooky season, I thought I would spook some of you guys out with some of my skincare sins. I'm calling myself out. I'm gonna be talking about the stuff that I'm guilty of, that I still do, that I'm trying to improve on. So let's go ahead and get into calling Morgan out, shall we? Okay. This first thing I'm going to talk about, I have been trying to get myself to quit this as a habit for the longest time. And unfortunately, it's pretty much evident in almost every single one of my videos, is that I am an avid lip picker. I have a huge habit of like picking at the dead skin on my lips, and I genuinely think I have like perpetually dry lips. But one thing that I do think I could work on is not aggravating them so much. I have a habit of like anytime I feel like a little flake on my lip, I will like pick at it and peel at it and peel at it until my lips bleed. And then I have like disgusting scabby lips all the time. So yeah, that's something I wish I could be better about. And I don't know if you guys can empathize with me on this, but my lips are so dry I can even like roll, this is gonna be so gross, I can like roll dead skin off my lips. So I like am constantly like pulling and tugging and picking at my lips, and I really should just leave them be, because I think when I'm a little bit older I'm just gonna have like really weird saggy lips. Is that a weird thing to be concerned about? I don't know, I'm trying to preserve everything else on my face, and for some reason my lips just go out the window. I literally abuse my lips and I need to be better about that. I'm working on it. But yeah, I'm not too excited about admitting this, because now every time you watch one of my videos, it's probably gonna be the first thing you notice. Another thing that I'm guilty about, over-applying my products. Now let me explain this really quickly, because I still say for my skin type, I'm a huge layerer. I do like to layer my skincare. I feel like my skin looks best when I've got multiple layers of skincare on my face. I do kind of go back and forth between like more basic to more layery or more steps. And even then, like for the most part, I'm pretty good about applying the products. It's just I tend to be very liberal about the products that I apply on my skin, and then sometimes I feel like I'm just applying so much of a product onto my skin, I'm thinking like, am I really getting the most out of this product? But because I try so much skincare, sometimes I do just like slap it on my skin. So I should probably be a little bit more calculated with the amount of product I apply on my face. But yeah, that's another thing that I'm bad about. Is that one really that surprising to you guys? I feel like that one was one you're just like, oh, okay, Morgan, sure. This one has bit me in the butt quite a few times, admittedly. And that is, I sometimes will not test my products out first before applying them to my entire face. And I always, of course, am a huge advocate for spot testing your skincare products. But sometimes, like I said, I try so many skincare products, I'm just like, it'll be fine, and I apply it to my skin. Now, sometimes I get away with it, other times I don't. For an example, recently, I was testing out a vitamin C product, and I knew I should have tested it as soon as it hit my skin, but it like came out of the bottle so fast, and I was like, and I just slapped it on my face. Well, I didn't look at the formulation and didn't realize it had niacinamide and vitamin C in it, and like a higher vitamin C concentration that I'm used to, and it made my skin flush, and I got that like hot red skin. Luckily it did go away within the day, but I was walking around with basically like a face mask of red where you could see exactly where I applied the vitamin C product on, and thank goodness I didn't do any more damage. But sometimes I just neglect testing it, and then something like that happens, and then I'm like, why do I do this to myself? Like, I know better than this, and I tell people to do this, and sometimes I don't do it myself. So that's definitely a big skincare sin I need to definitely not do, because one of these days I might do some damage, like some real damage, and then I'm going to be really upset with myself. So this next one I go back and forth on, and that is using fragranced products. Now, I think fragrances and products are one of those topics that it's very polarized, it's very hit or miss. Some people are huge opponents of fragrance, while others are not necessarily proponents, but like just don't care. And I'm kind of in the just don't care category. I've always said that if you know you're sensitive to fragrances, or you're trying to phase out maybe what your skin might be sensitive to, fragrances might be a good option to like get out of your routine, because realistically they don't necessarily provide any thing for your skin besides like the sensory experience of using skincare. Now for me, I've always been a big fan of skincare as like therapy, like it's a therapeutic process. I for one am not super sensitive to fragrances, and when I do make product recommendations, I always try to make a point of mentioning whether or not a product has fragrance in it, because for me this is one of those topics that it's very much buyer beware, and do your due diligence. If you know you're sensitive, avoid it, and if you don't notice any sensitivities, I mean hey, at least you're doing skincare. I know I'll probably have a lot of people disagree with me on that point. Like I said, I'm not someone who has to have fragrance in their skincare products. I just enjoy it sometimes when they do, and I won't just not use a product if I like how it works on my skin if it has fragrance, if that makes sense. I'm just not sensitive to it yet, at least. Couple more I'm just like having full-blown confession here on my YouTube channel today. I'm not very good about cleansing my makeup brushes as much as I probably should. I clean my makeup brushes like once a month, and I do have enough where I can cycle through them, where I'm not like using the same brush every single day, but like I should wash my like makeup brushes more often. So this one is just honestly like a comfort thing for me. I personally sleep with my hair down, and I know a lot of people say you should sleep with your hair like in a braid. Essentially the idea is if you put hair product in your hair after you wash it, which pretty much I think everyone uses hair product, and then you sleep with it and your hair is down, that product is getting on your face. Well, I just can't stand having like my hair, like anything in my hair while I'm sleeping, even braided. Sometimes I get like a pressure point in the back of my head from where the braid starts. I don't do that, and I could. And I don't know if I'm gonna even try to fix that, because my sleep is very important. My sleep is very valuable. Oh boy. So this one's gonna be really hard for me to fix, but it's something that I should do not only for my skin, but also just for my overall well-being and like health, is I eat way too much sugar. I am a sugar fiend. I love candies, cakes, chocolates, sweet stuff. I drink like kombucha, so there's like a sweet sugary drink that I drink pretty much daily. And one of my like now year's resolution, I'm always telling myself I need to cut down on the sugar. So that's something I also do that I'm very bad at. All right guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, go on all the time on my channel about things and advice about skincare. And when I really sit down and think about it, there's a lot of stuff I could personally work on myself. So this is me going through confessional with you guys and telling you guys the things that either I want to work on or maybe I don't, but I'm gonna do anyways. That's probably not the best thing for my skin. And I'd be curious to know in the comment section down below if you guys have any skincare sins you commit on the daily. As always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!